And so the examiner's going to greet you, you know, and just go, oh, hi, is your name Nguyen Bao Ngọc? And you're going to go, yeah, sure, that's me. Yeah, and then they go, okay, come with me. And then they walk you over to the door of the interview room. And then some of the examiners are going to say, okay, well, we start recording right now, yeah. Or, you know, other examiners are going to kind of show you the recorder. Just imagine, yeah, and they're going to go, all right, so come on in and sit in the red chair. Yeah, and then you sit down in the red chair. And then they say, oh, well, we have some admin to do. This test is being recorded. I need to read out some information. Yeah, and you just sit there, you're ready. You know, they might say, oh, do you have your ID? Yeah, can you put your ID just there on the desk? Or do you have your ID ready? Yeah, and obviously you make sure you've got your ID, you're ready, and you can just nod or you can just say, yeah, sure, yeah, okay. There's no need for any chit chat or, oh, it's a lovely day, or, you know, and the examiner's not going to do any of that, okay, because the reason for that is that it could kind of make you feel more confident, less confident, happy, sad, okay, so no, it's very formal. Come in, sit down. Do you have your ID? Okay, all right, thank you. I'm going to record some information. This is the speaking test. It's the 9th of October. We're at a testing center, and the testing center is this and that. Yeah, yeah. And then they're like, then they start the timer. Okay, and they start the timer and they go, good morning. They might say, good afternoon. They'll never say good evening because it's never a test in the evening. Good afternoon. Timer starts. Yeah. My name is. Could you tell me your full name, please? Yeah. And that means your full name, like on your ID, because it's an ID check. Yeah. So they're checking your ID. Yeah. So you can say, yeah, my name is Nguyen Ha Tu or something. Yeah. Okay, great, no problem. You might want to add, but you can call me Tu, or you can call me Julie, or you might want us to do that, but it's not needed and it doesn't show any skill. Yeah, so personally, I'd say just say your name. Yeah. Then they'll say, all right. Oh, they'll say, thank you. Can I see ID? And they'll give you the ID. Yeah, or you know. And you might put it on the desk and then just say, oh, can I see that? You know, and so there's no need to go like, oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, sure, man. Yeah. It's just like, yeah, yeah, fine. They're just asking permission to take your property because it belongs to you. Yeah. Then they'll check, ID check your ID. Okay, that's fine. You know, they might look at the picture. Then they hand it back to you. Where's my camera? There it is. There you are. Yeah, okay, thank you. Done, okay. Then there'll be, now, in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. All right. Now, here's my question for you. No, I won't ask you because you guys know. Yeah, come on. They're going to ask you about your school, whether you study or whether you work. Okay, so there's that. There's that one topic. Or they're going to ask you where you live, stuff about where you live. Yeah, okay, so do that. 3 questions, always 3 questions. Okay, always 3 questions. Okay, that's introduction. Okay, then after that, they're going to ask you about some familiar topics. That's where we get to the sheet that I'm sharing. Yeah, okay. And the examiner will ask you questions about familiar topics. Yeah, photography, flowers, barbecues, picnics, jewelry, books, all kinds of topics. Yeah, and they will ask you about 2 different topics. Okay. Each of those topics has 4 questions. All right. And you will need to answer maybe 7 questions, maybe 9, this kind of thing, yeah? Okay. And I think we'll run through how to answer those topics, yeah? But word of warning, longer is not better, okay? And if you speak, if your answer is very long in part 1, the examiner will cut in and stop you talking, okay? That is because, look, you see there is a time limit, 4 to 5 minutes. The examiner has to cover a range, a proper range of topics. So if your answer, one answer is very, very long, yeah, then there won't be enough range and it will be a problem for the examiner because you need to be given a good chance to answer a lot of things, okay? So not too long, not too short. Yes, no, yes, I do. All this is too short because it won't show your grammar, your vocabulary, your fluency, your pronunciation. It won't be able to do that. Okay? So you may be thinking, how long is long? How short is short? What is the right length? Okay, and I can't really answer that clearly. But what I can tell you to do, and what we are going to practice doing, is sometimes your answer being short, sometimes it being longer, sometimes focusing on vocabulary, sometimes focusing on grammar, pronunciation, always focusing on fluency. Okay? All right? So now I hope you understand what I'm getting at here is that you're hitting each of the boxes: fluency, vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, the 4 boxes, the 4 band score descriptors. Yeah. But you're not hitting them all in one question because it's going to be really tough. So we're going to be able to go, I've got some good grammar for that answer. So you use that grammar. Yeah, and the next question, you're like, yeah, I love that topic. I've got great vocabulary. I can use that vocabulary. Yeah, and then that way the examiner is seeing at different times your skill, and then they're building up this picture of, all right, okay. So we'll just say he or she, he's good across the board. He's good at all 4. It's great. Okay. All right. Reaction, you guys. So do you get my point in that sometimes we do want focus one area, sometimes we focus on the other? Do you get that? Yeah? Okay, cool. All right. Don't try to do everything at once. It will kill you. All right. And if you can't answer one question, yeah, what do? Chill, relax, don't worry. Don't say it more. No, don't say it. Maybe say, oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah. I do know even sometimes candidates say, can you ask the next question? Okay. It's not going to reduce your score. If anything, honestly, it's going to maintain or increase your score because you won't answer and give a bad answer, you know, a hesitant, well, I don't know, I can't think that football's kind of interesting. Yeah, that answer's terrible. All right, and it might be just because you don't know anything about football. And I'm choosing football because I don't know anything about football. Yeah, like guys kicking a ball. Yeah, I don't know. All right, okay, and so don't worry about it. You move on. Next question, okay? And don't dwell on it. Don't think about, oh no, I did badly because, no. You just go, I'm here now. What is the question right now? That's what I'm going to answer. Great. That question before, past, gone, focus now. Okay? And that's part one. Part one is 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, from that, good morning. My name is, yeah, it goes 4 to 5 minutes. All right. And it will be about 2 minutes of the 1.5 to 2 minutes of the home. Where do you live? Do you like the place you live? What is there in the neighborhood around you? Yeah, there'll be about 1.5 to 2 minutes on that topic. And then you've got about 2.5, is it right? 1, 2, 3, 4.5, yeah. 2.5 to 3 minutes for 2 different topics, 4 questions, pretty much 4 questions on the first topic, and then 1, 2, maybe 3, depends how long or short your answers are, okay? The 2 topics there, okay? All right. The examiner at any point might want you to shut up and stop talking, move on. They're probably going to do 2 things, one of 2 things. Thank you. All right, thank you. So you don't need to go, oh, okay, oh, sorry, okay. Thank you means shut up. So thank you. Okay. They ask the next topic, or they butt in, they interrupt. Yeah, and they get in, they just, so what do you mean by that? You know, and they jump in and get there, and you might be, oh, startled, okay? But we'll try and practice that. And you guys try and practice that with each other together. Yeah, I know it's difficult through Zoom. It's more difficult if you don't have your cameras on, okay? I don't mind if you don't have your cameras on, all right? That's fine. But at times, it might be good to have your camera on so that you can get more of an interaction, okay? And if any of you are going to take the test online, and there are online tests at the moment, right? Yeah, that was Anne. Yeah. There are online tests at the moment, we know that. Then it would be really good practice for you because it's a little awkward online, okay? All right. Now, you have a no reaction, guys. It's that red cross or red button cross, yeah? If you're okay with that on part one, right? Let me know. If you have any, like, okay, cool, yeah, that works, that one, yeah. All right. If you have any questions on part one, then let me know as well. Yeah, okay. That means go forward, does it, Tom? Yeah, okay, cool. All right. But at any point, right, I want you to ask me any of these stupid questions, all right? Because your questions aren't stupid. Ming, châm. That's weird. Anyway, I don't know who that is. See, it's so difficult. Okay. All right. None of your questions are stupid. All right. If you have a question, someone else in the group has that question. Yeah, Trung, looks like you have a question.
Yeah, so when I encounter an unfamiliar topic, can I say that I have no related experience to this? So can you ask me another question? Can I reply to them like that?
Right, hold on, yeah. You say when you encounter an unfamiliar topic, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So first of all, I doubt very much that you will get an unfamiliar topic because you know about photos, trees, barbecues, football. You know about these topics, okay? And second, the examiner cannot change any of the topics in part one, part two, part two or part three. They cannot change any of the topics. Okay, so in part one, if you say, oh, I don't know about this, the examiner is just going to say, oh, well, sorry, and they're going to ask the next question, okay? So you're going to need to do your best to answer those questions, okay? And what you could do as a strategy is you could give shorter answers. And then if you gave shorter answers, you would get to the next topic quicker. Okay? Oh, Mr. Kwan Ming, what on earth are you doing? Yeah? Yeah, thank you. All right. Okay, so that way you would move on to the next topic much quicker. But honestly, I doubt that you're gonna find topics that you don't know about. You might not have practice, you might not have fantastic vocabulary, all right? But I think you know about flowers,